The Ballon d'Or 2025 ceremony will take place on September 22nd. The official voting has already ended, the winner is already known, but their name will be kept secret until the very moment when it's announced on the stage on the Théâtre des Chalets in Paris, the name of the main triumpher of the football year. On the eve of one of the most discussed events in the football world, one curious story surfaced, a story that will shed more light on the backstage of probably the most scandalous award in the history of the #1 game. The Athletic on its pages tells a strange story about a confidential offer to run a campaign for the candidacy of Ousmane Dembélé. It all started with one ordinary email. Football journalist Neil Gardner opened his inbox and saw a message with the subject line "Confidential Collaboration Opportunity." According to the attached content plan, the football influencer was supposed to publish tweets 3 times a week on social media that would highlight Dembele's play, impact, and achievements. The journalist, who is a fan of FC Barcelona and usually supports Lamine Yamal and Rafinha in such debates, was shocked, to put it mildly. Instead of agreeing, Gardner published the letter on X, hiding the agency's name. "I don't know who's behind this, but this is absurd. The people need to know about it," he wrote. The post instantly went viral, over 23,000 likes and 4,000 reposts. It sparked a real scandal in the football community. And logical question arose: who is behind this and what is even happening? The Athletic journalists started an investigation. Dembele's camp responded immediately. They said they didn't even heard about such a campaign. It turned out that the letter came from Ballon International, an Indian company that described itself as a platform for luxury brand marketing. The email was actually written by an 18-year-old intern without the management acknowledge. She allegedly saw Gardner's tweet about being open to new offers and just decided to find out how much it would cost to promote a player through a journalist with a large audience. And there the question arises: why was this particular freelance journalist chosen? Firstly, 170,000 followers on X is significant, especially considering it's not a bot-farmed account. Secondly, he's a Barcelona fan, which means his sudden support of a player who left Camp Nou in 2023 and joined Paris Saint-Germain would look very sincere. This is exactly what this mysterious intern wanted: to assess how it would work and how much it would cost to engage other authors. Ballon International insists that was a private initiative and no one was going to pay anyone. But the damage was already done. The story went viral, even though no one else said they had received similar emails. Ballon International officially apologized to Gardner, Dembele, and his team, promising to strengthen internal controls. On social media, it's long been no secret that PR agencies often build a positive background around stars, both before and after major events. It's said this even happened before the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. PR agencies and bot farms actively work to build a positive image of the country and the tournament. But this time the company swears it was only a naive intern's mistake. However, this case has once again erased the old question: is everything in the Ballon d'Or race really as honest as it seems from the outside? It's essentially the key to understanding what's happening behind the scenes in football and how certain opinions are formed. The case should be a push to investigate the bigger problem of bot farms in football social media. Often, numerous accounts with thousands of followers suddenly appear, start spreading certain ideas about teams or players, and later these accounts get more and more real followers. And all these accounts really run by PR agencies from India. And who even funds these accounts? Wrote one of the football fans under this story. Let's look at examples of reputation-washing campaigns for Qatar as a World Cup host at the recent Dembele campaign that still did take place. How it works: before the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, agencies from India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Philippines launched bot farms. Thousands of fake accounts on X, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms flooded social media with praise about preparations, stadiums, and the high level of organization. They promoted infrastructure and safety while attacking criticism of human rights violations, pushed positive hashtags, downranked negative posts, and even flew bloggers to Qatar on paid trips for exclusively positive content. And here comes a logical thought, confirmed by the story of Neil Gardner. Nasser Al-Khelaifi, president of Paris Saint-Germain, the main ambassador of Qatar in European football, used his role in UEFA, club ownership, and ties with beIN Media Group to build Qatar's positive image. So why not do the same with Ousmane Dembélé? It's just a theory, but a plausible one. The mechanics are the same. Dozens of hundreds of fake accounts on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok post Ousmane Dembélé's goals, dribbles, and stats. Hashtags like Ballon d'Or Dembélé or King Ousmane are pushed into trends, while comments like Dembélé, more everyone, flood rivals' posts to create an illusion of consensus. Goal? To make journalists and fans see Dembélé everywhere, even if they weren't looking for him. Stage number 2. Influencer wave. Bloggers and micro-influencers with 30 to 100,000 followers are paid or offered barter to post why Dembélé deserves the Ballon d'Or. Analytical threads, TikToks, and shorts appear, seemingly independent but repeating the same lines. Best season in Paris Saint-Germain history, surpassed himself, did what others could not. The audience doesn't realize these are coordinated. Stage number 3. Capturing the media field. Sponsored articles in niche football media place him next to Lamine Yamal, Mohamed Salah, Rafinha, and Kylian Mbappe. Insiders leak that he is the clear favorite and leading almost all rankings. Goal? Make journalists feel colleagues already see him as the winner. Stage number 4. Final pressure. Fake accounts launch flash mobs with hashtag #GiveItToDembele. Under France football posts appear thousands of identical Dembo's Ballon d'Or comments, whatever that means. Meanwhile, narratives like Yamal is too young or Salah's peak has passed reduce support for rivals, creating the sense of Dembélé is the obvious favorite. Why it works? Ballon d'Or jurors are human. They see trends, discussions, numbers. Even if they don't consciously believe it, it subconsciously affects them, and voting becomes about emotional background rather than real stats. So, Neil Gardner highlighted this invisible side of the Ballon d'Or backstage. There are behind-the-scenes games everywhere. In life, in politics, in football. We dug into this topic on Reddit and found a few stories that will also make you see the world differently. One fan writes, I know a guy who is a Formula 1 influencer. Not like dancing on cars on Instagram, but collecting news and talking about them on podcasts. He was offered ridiculous amounts to talk about junior series drivers or, in one case, to speak positively about an ex-driver's chances of getting a seat. Of course, he took the money. But Fabrizio Romano makes 1 million more than that for footballers where his influence is galactic and the money is huge. I'd even bet he earns more than some known Premier League players, including all his ads and revenue. And this is indeed how it works. The story of a possible Ballon d'Or for Dembélé takes on new shades, especially if we recall that after the UEFA Champions League final, PSG's owner immediately named their favorite among the champion team. Let's recall. June 1st, 2025, parade on the Champs-Élysées and show at Parc des Princes. Captain Marquinhos led chants of Ousmane Ballon d'Or, and DJ Snake echoed it during his set at Parc des Princes.
Ousmane Ballon d'Or!
Media noted that in France, a massive lobbying for Ousmane Dembélé had begun, from coach Luis Enrique and players to public figures. June 2nd to 3rd, Paris Saint-Germain's official account posted a reel. Message super important. At Ousmane Ballon d'Or, which gained more than 6,000 likes, while reels and shots with the chants flooded feeds. Have we seen anything like this in other clubs or about other players? A rhetorical question. This is how it works, guys. This too is masterfully used by Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, about whom Zlatan Ibrahimovic once said his famous line that went down in football history. After Luka Modric unexpectedly won the Ballon d'Or in 2018 ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, who had left Real that summer, the legendary Sweet said, "Now we see that Messi competed with Florentino Perez, not Cristiano Ronaldo." And this brings us back to the main point. The Ballon d'Or is not just an award, it's a brand, an industry where football, media, marketing, and big money intertwine. The story with Neil Gardner, even if it was just a naive intern's mistake from Banger International, reminded everyone, opinions in football are often created, pushed, and sold. The same hype waves around players on social media may not be spontaneous fan enthusiasm, but carefully planned campaigns. And when on September 22nd in Paris, at the Theatre des Chalets, they open the envelope, we will hear not only the result of a season, but the final of an information war fought in the shadows. Because in modern football, victories are won not only on the pitch, but also in social media feeds.